Network analysis is a method used to understand complex systems by looking at how different parts of a system are connected. Instead of studying individual parts separately, network analysis examines the relationships between them, which can provide a clearer picture of how the system works as a whole. This approach is used in many fields such as psychology, social sciences, and neuroscience. In network analysis, the components of a system are called nodes, and the connections between them are called edges or links. For example, in a social network, nodes could be people, and edges could be their friendships. By mapping out these connections, researchers can study the overall structure and behavior of the network. Science traditionally studies phenomena by breaking them down into individual components and examining each part separately. For instance, in psychology, researchers might study specific symptoms of a mental disorder in isolation to understand their causes and effects. This approach is known as reductionism, where the focus is on understanding the smallest parts of a system in detail, often using methods like controlled experiments or statistical analyses to isolate individual factors. However, this traditional approach can miss the bigger picture because it doesn't always capture how different parts of a system interact with each other. In many cases, the way components of a system are connected and influence one another is crucial for understanding the system as a whole. For example, in social networks, understanding individual behaviors without considering their social connections would give an incomplete picture of social dynamics. Network analysis addresses this limitation by focusing on the relationships and interactions between components. Instead of isolating variables, network analysis maps out how they are interconnected. This method provides a holistic view, revealing patterns and structures that are not apparent when studying components in isolation. For instance, network analysis can show how symptoms of a mental disorder interact, potentially leading to new insights into how the disorder develops and how it can be treated. One major advantage of network analysis is its ability to uncover direct relationships between variables. Traditional methods might show that two variables are related, but they don't always reveal whether this relationship is direct or mediated by other factors. Network analysis, by mapping out all the connections, can highlight these direct links, providing a clearer understanding of the underlying structure of the data. Network analysis also provides clear visual representations of data. These visualizations help researchers and others understand complex patterns of relationships quickly. This is especially useful in psychology, where understanding the connections between different symptoms, behaviors, or cognitive processes can be crucial for developing effective treatments. Another advantage of network analysis is its potential to suggest causal relationships. By studying how variables are connected, researchers can generate hypotheses about which factors might cause changes in others. For example, if certain symptoms are always linked, it might suggest a causal relationship that can be tested further. Network analysis can be applied to various types of data, including data collected at one point in time, cross-sectional data, data collected at multiple points over time, panel data, and data collected frequently over time, time series data. Each type of data offers unique insights and requires specific methods to analyze. In psychometric network analysis, the first step is to choose which variables will be nodes in the network. This choice is based on the research question and the data available. Next, statistical models are used to estimate the connections between these nodes, which is known as network structure estimation. After that, researchers describe the overall network and the positions of individual nodes within it. Assessing the stability and robustness of the network is also important. Researchers need to ensure that the results of the network analysis are reliable and not just due to random variations in the data. This involves using various statistical techniques to test the accuracy of the network. One challenge in network analysis is dealing with different types of data, such as ordinal data, data with a meaningful order but no consistent difference between values. Current methods are still improving to handle these data types better. Additionally, network models need to handle missing data effectively to ensure accurate results. Interpreting network models requires careful consideration. Edges in network models are estimated, not directly observed, so researchers need to evaluate the sampling variance. This means they need to understand how much their estimates might vary if they repeated the study with different samples. Network analysis bridges the gap between data analysis and theory formation. By representing pairwise interactions between components in a system, network models can help develop formal theories based on network science principles. For example, researchers can use network concepts to explain why different intelligence tests show positive correlations. Despite its advantages, network analysis has limitations. It does not specify how things change over time or flow through the network, so some metrics should not be interpreted as indicating causal influence. Different types of centrality metrics, like closeness or betweenness, offer various interpretations, and more research is needed to clarify their meanings. Causal inference from network models requires additional assumptions. Purely statistical associations do not justify direct causal claims. Researchers need to combine network structures with well-founded assumptions to make causal inferences. Current research in network estimation is exploring better methods for causal inference. For example, causal search algorithms can help identify specific causal models, and including interventions in network structures can aid causal interpretation. Alternatively, researchers may focus on describing patterns of association without making causal claims. Confirmatory testing is an important aspect of network analysis. While many studies use exploratory techniques to estimate network structures, advances in network estimation allow researchers to test specific hypotheses. This adds a confirmatory dimension to network analysis, enabling researchers to validate findings from exploratory analyses. In summary, network analysis is a powerful tool for understanding complex systems by examining the connections between their components. It helps identify direct relationships, provides clear visualizations, suggests causal hypotheses, and bridges data analysis with theory formation. However, researchers must carefully consider methodological challenges and limitations to ensure robust and meaningful results from network analyses.